Hello my YouTube beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit more of a fun video. I'm going to be attempting to do my makeup in alphabetical order. I don't know how this is going to go. I get a little cringy when I think about this video. I'm definitely not the first one to have done this. I think James Charles is probably the first one. I do not own this video, or own the idea about it. I just wanted to try it out. So if you enjoy videos like this, be sure to give this one a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I have my list here of all of my products in alphabetical order. It is not the way I normally apply my makeup. Foundation's gonna be rough, but we're just gonna go with it, So first item that I'm going to apply is blush. I don't know how this is gonna work, okay? I have the Benefit Rockateur blush. I don't even have primer on my skin. How am I supposed to do? Primer's literally at the very end. So I think I'm just going to try and pile on the blush so that when I apply everything else on top, it still comes through. Just get lots of blush on here. Is it even gonna stick? I don't know. The rosiest cheeks today, you guys. I'm really hoping that this is gonna turn out okay. It's way more blush than I normally apply. You guys think that's okay? It's that amount of blush? Let's just do one more. I think wearing the sweater was a big mistake because it's very hot. Blush is done. How do we like it? Now we're gonna do bronzer. I did grab a little bit more of a pigmented bronzer. So this is the Catrice Prime and Fine contouring palette. I'm gonna take this one right here. And again, I'm gonna try to apply a lot of it so that when I, put foundation on top, it evens out. So let's just see how it goes. It's also hard because there's nothing for it to grab onto, Watch all of this get totally blended away when I apply my foundation. I've applied so much, it feels like. Okay, well, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I thought you were more pigmented than you are turning out to be. Wish I had a cream bronzer and blush because I think that probably would have worked better. Just to, make sure that it shows up once I apply my foundation. Next we have brows. So I have my brow pencil here. I have never done my brows. I just do not do my brows before foundation. So this feels weird. So I feel like my cheeks look very rosy and flush, like I'm really cold. My brows look very, sharp and, angry. There's the brows. They're looking intense. Now we have concealer. And I didn't know what to do with concealer because I'm I don't want to put, concealer all over. So I grabbed my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, hoping that I could just use my fingers here to blend it in. And hopefully, because it's, kind of like a cream formula, it's not a liquid. It's not going to be as hard to blend into what else, whatever we already have going on here. And I guess I'm gonna apply this to my eyelids because that's the time that you would normally do it, when you apply your concealer. I've been loving this NARS concealer actually. I've been using it way more lately now that I'm not doing full face of makeup every single day. It's just nice to add a little bit of concealer and some powder and call it good. That doesn't look too bad, right? It's definitely gonna crease and that's gonna bother me, but nothing we can do about it now. We have eyeliner next. Haven't done my, my eyeshadow, but I'm gonna do my eyeliner. So I'm gonna take my brown liner from LA Girl. This feels wrong, really wrong, that I'm touching my concealer and my concealer still feels tacky and I'm adding this. It just doesn't feel right. Okay. Eyeshadow. Now, I'm glad I grabbed this palette because then I can actually set down my eyeshadow base. Grab the So Jaded palette from Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, and guess what? There is a shade to set down your eye base with. Boom! Set everything down. Thank goodness. Would have been a little screwed if I grabbed one that did not have one. All right, what kind of eye look are we gonna do today? Let us go for, I'm thinking something just kind of light and not crazy here. How am I gonna do my lower lash line if my concealer's not set yet? Oh, that's a problem for 10 minutes from now, Kate. It's gonna take, you know, just like a little deepness here in the crease. It's looking like something here. And let's take the shade Sunstone. Forgot how much I like this palette. This is like a really nice summer look. Now I'm gonna take my pencil brush and go in, I don't know, I guess with this Cornelian shade that I put in the outer V. All right, eyeshadow is done. Let's see what we have next to do. Foundation, we finally came to the foundation section. So I grabbed the Aquassurance foundation from JCat because this is just like a little powder, you know? I figured I could just powder it up. Hopefully it's not gonna look horrible. Set down my concealer here. Looking back, I probably could have grabbed my Makeup Forever powder. I just like I freaked out and like I just didn't know what to do. So I'm gonna try to not cover up the sections on my cheeks as much if I can. I'm actually like really pleasantly surprised with how this is applying without any kind of primer underneath. And I can still see, you know, the blush here. Okay, I think my foundation's done. That was a lot less of an issue than I thought it was going to be. Now we have, okay, my gel to, like my eyebrow gel to set down my brows. You guys, I'm like very pleasantly surprised with this foundation. I know it's not typically like a foundation for oily skin, but it looks really nice. My pores look filled in and I have not applied primer yet, which is kind of crazy to me. Now we have highlight. So I'm gonna take my Estee Lauder Act, whatever, I forget how to say this. This is the Spotlight Highlight. Apply this on the tips of, on the tops of my cheeks. Highlight makes things better, right? Like it just fixes everything. Really thought foundation was gonna be worse than what it's looking like right now. I think it probably would have been if I picked a liquid foundation. Now we have lipstick. So I grabbed the Zara and matte liquid lipstick in the shade M11. This is the high matte liquid lip. I don't know if it's gonna go with this look. Probably not. Oh no. Well, we're going with it. Such a pretty color. It definitely doesn't go with this look. I realize that, but it's a nice color. All right, what is next? Mascara. Cool, cool. I can do that. I'm not gonna apply like a ton of mascara. I'm just not feeling it. It's also like 6 o'clock in the evening when I'm filming this, so kind of don't want to apply like tons of mascara to my eyelashes. Okay, this look is coming together, you guys. Next we have powder, which like we already kind of did because the foundation was a powder. Technically, primer's last. Here we go. I just grabbed this CoverGirl Clean Fresh Prep and Set Water Mist. This is in the scent Citrus, so I'm gonna apply this just all over. Typically, I would not apply something that is more, I don't know, dewy, like on top of, you know, my makeup as a final step, but we're gonna be flexible and see how it goes. Smells so good. So this is it preps, hydrates, and sets the skin. So it was like a setting spray, kind of, and a primer mist in one. All right, you guys, as that's setting, I just wanna look like real up close at my skin and see how we're doing. All right, so I'm looking like real up close. It actually doesn't look too bad. I definitely think that the foundation could look better, you know, if I applied primer first, might look a little nicer, but it really doesn't look too terrible. It covered nicely. I have no main complaints. I can still see my blush coming through, and I can see my bronzer too coming through. So I just tried to like avoid this section when I added my foundation. It seemed to work out okay. Brows look okay, eyes look okay. Really, like, the biggest question mark was the foundation and the primer, and it actually turned out pretty good. Can tell a difference because I know my skin, I know how I normally apply makeup and how it looks, but I don't think anyone, like if I walked up to someone, you know, on the street like I do, you know, all the time, and they just like looked at me, I don't know if they'd be able to tell a difference that I did my makeup in alphabetical order, or they wouldn't know this is not how it's supposed to look, you know? I thought this challenge was kind of fun. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave down below if there's any other challenges that you want me to do. I think these are super fun and kind of a different way to use makeup, you know? Think about it in a different way than you normally would, and it pushes you out of your box a little bit to try something new. So I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with how everything came out. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.